How's it going, everyone, and welcome to Trading with OC. By the way, guys, remember today it's gaming day. We're gonna be moving that from Saturdays to Friday, so everybody will be more available to join in for the games. Remember last time also we gave away a couple of keys, and well, maybe and just maybe we might be able to get another one, but we'll see. By the way, we're gonna have today's class as usual, and then we're going to do the gaming session. I'm gonna do a between a 30 minutes recess, and that's just to get things getting ready. By the way, I got, let me show you. Oop, moving my camera 1 second here, so my camera is still hanging in there. All right, so I did got a new controller, and I did got a new head freaking set. There we go. Beast stuff, I guess, or something like that. I've never seen this brand before. I was hoping to get a Logitech. I like Logitech, but that was the only one on CRs. So that was the only. By the way, funny story. I went to buy at Raider Shack. I love Raider Shack, especially when they have those discount tables. And I was just so happy getting to the to the mall to get it at Radio Shack. It's a Radio Shack. And guess what? Freaking Radio Shack was gone. I mean, the whole thing was gone. There was no more store, man. So yeah, I mean, it was pretty fun, right? Pretty fun. All right, so let's get it started. Let's go with take a look at a couple of trades. In the meantime, let me do a sip of water and let's get into the charts. All right, thank you for your patience. Let's go and take a look at a couple of things that we've been looking into. Let me also bring up my YouTube here. I want to go over the trades that we set up yesterday. And well, I mean, I know we were kind of like a top-down analysis, but it doesn't matter. I want to just have the one-to-one setup in there. But you know what? I did forget, and I should it, man. Let me get, this is important. Let's go back to standalone here. Here it is. Let me get started with you guys because you guys are the most important part of the show. Of course that you guys are. And let's get started. And this thing is just playing on me. Perfect. All right. So let's get started with you guys. So we have the very first one, Crypto Squid. How is it going, my friend? JR, my gaming buddy. How is it going, bro? Welcome, welcome. We also have Little Fish. What's up, Little Fish? Welcome, my veteran friend. How is it going, brother? Great to have you around. Also I'm an indicator. It's a hat, bro. It's a hat. It's a tinfoil hat. I promise you. If you sleep with that on, it's magic happen, right? First, you start getting this kind of stuff, right? This parking lots, man, and then the knowledge start jumping in through that shiny stuff on your forehead. That's how it works. Oh, love it. So who else we got in here? You're popping up something in there that I might not be able to say. That's amazing. Shout out to you, my friend. I still got 2 on the fridge. Maybe. I will be asking for a Wendy's burger, double bacon burger. My friend, I'm starving, and also a cheese fries. So I think I might be able to get one of those 2 for myself on the gaming and trading session. We also have Kelly. Kellyfied, what's up, Kelly? Welcome to the show. Really appreciate you spending a little bit of your time here with your friend, with me as your friend. So thank you for stopping by. Who else we got in here? We have Kaylee and OC the man. Thank you. Really appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so much, guys. Just a quick reminder, click that like button. Really helps with the algorithm. And remember, today we're gonna be going gaming. I have already my newer Xbox controller with no drifting. I also downloaded Halo, and of course we're gonna be doing some cloud gaming. Remember, you don't need an Xbox to participate. You just need an account for Xbox Live. So hey, we have Train Fly. How is it going, brother? Would you be able to jump in today for the session, for the gaming session? Let me know if you will be able to do so. Rick Calibati, howdy. How is it going, my friend? Welcome. All right, so now that we have the shout outs out of the way, let's go and take a look at where we left out in the charts yesterday. Let's go check those out. All right. I already have my the previous YouTube channel here, or YouTube session here. We started at, I believe, what was it, LDO? Not 100% sure. That was 4 hours. Yeah, LDO. So let's go check out LDO. By the way, not surprised there. I mean, we were just looking for that entries on our log. We don't have LDO there. But of course, that today we had a lot of ringing. We have Uniswap, Ethereum, Link, TRX, again Link, so it went back and for it up and down. Bitcoin, by the way, good trade right there. Bitcoin a little short, but still. Solana, LTC, and well, that was about it. All right, so just where we left out, it is basically right here. We were looking to have a little bit of an entry right somewhere around here. We had our alert, and I don't know why it went down, but it should be somewhere around here, our entry. So far, we just grasped that area. Look at that, very close to an entry. No entry just yet, which is still fun. All right, it doesn't matter. This happens in trading. But let's take a look at what else could maybe we be looking into. So far, let's turn off our ADX because I want to take a look at it clearly to my oscillator. And we already have that flipping here, all right? Something important is that we're not late for the trade. We haven't broke this trend line, all right? So don't despair there. I think we can still break through, all right? Going for the short, I think we can still do that. I will be maybe aiming a little bit lower and then come back down for a retest, and then off we go. So we are still within the game, all right? So it's not exactly playing as we were expecting, but absolutely, I think that we're having a good area right there. So give me guys 1 second here. I need to just get rid of my water bottle. All right, so far so good. That is with LDO. Let me check this out. All right, sorry about this. I just want to replay to them. But here it is. All right. So here's what we got right here as a trend line. So let's go check out where what is our next setup. And I believe that we went to, what was it? I believe, don't quite remember, LDO, and I mean it was in tandem. We're looking at those both of those. Come on, LDO. Yeah, we know about you. Oh man, I did took my time on LDO, right? You gotta be kidding me. How long did I spend on LDO? A long freaking time. So I'm trying to get too absorbed. All right, ENA. All right, yeah, ENA. Let's take a look at ENA. Here, ENA, no change, by the way. Just be aware that we might be able to break these through, especially today. While we were gaming, what we're going to be gaming, we're going to be doing the 5 minutes charts, so we can catch maybe 1 or 2 trades live, right? So we're going to have breaking through, breakout, retest, off we go. We are right now heading to the previous liquidity zone. We are going 2 times into hitting this resistance. We can be coming back down, and then off we go. So most likely we could be hitting that resistance today at night while we are gaming. So do not miss that gaming session. Let's add an alert to that trend line, and of course let's lock that trend line. Let's go back to the 4 hours, and of course let's take a look at, what was it, ENA. So ENA. All right, ENA. Oh, there it is. Not much of a change. Something has happened here that I think is important, and I think we should be looking into it, which is, look at this week. Beautiful week. Perfect. All right, that was our first hit. Our second hit was right here on this V-shaped thing, and our last hit to the trend line, or very close to that trend line, it was right here. So a couple of hours ago. All right, important trend line. We are again on that trend line. All right, so are we breaking through? Kind of. Do we have our flip of the ribbon? Yes, we had it here. Do we have a bullish divergence? Yes. Are we going up? Yes, we are. All right, this is going to be important. That white line, it is this white line right here. It is my zero line. Important. Look at how we're coming down. And let me just minimize this one for now. Look at how we're coming down on our money flow. So no strength. All right. Of course, in this case, we also were coming back down and then coming back up, and that ramp up the price. All right. But in this case, we're also pumping up. So that's what I was also showing you this. All right. So what's going to be the game plan? First, we're going to be waiting for the breakout, of course. Breakout areas of resistance right here. All right. I'm going to get rid of this for now, and let's add a possible short incoming. So short somewhere around here. Let me see if we have anything else that sustained that area. Yes, we have a resistance. So add the resistance. Let's bring down our alert. Let's see what else we have. We have a predictive range. That is fine. What else do we have? Another predictive range and a loud or no soft order blocks. So 2 soft order blocks. Not really pushing through. All right. So we're going to be maybe going for that breakout retest, going to this liquidity zone to grab an entry. Our stop loss needs to be very tight. Maybe somewhere around these areas. And then give ourselves that wiggle room. And then on that, maybe aiming for a correction. This is going to be maybe TP number 1. And this is going to be TP number 2. All right. So then on these 2 TPs, we're going to be looking for a possible re-entry. So let's move this out of the way. Let's put it somewhere around here. And let's, of course, get rid of this prediction that did not play out exactly as we were expecting. But nonetheless, it is still valid, right? So that area is still pretty valid. So let's reuse that because we can still jump for that trade. All right, so far so good. We have Ina out of the way. Let's go check out what else are we trading here. And because I believe that we did a couple of other trade setups here. Ton. Did we need something before ton? No, that is it. All right. So ton, let's go check that out. And it must be here. All right. So ton, we do have a played out in here. Important, I did not take this trade. All right. For some reason, did not ring to me. If you can see it right here, no ton. All right. So too bad for me. I did not take ton. Oh man, I just need to make sure that I do my alert set up. But look at that, I did have my trend line. Well, whatever. The point is that we were looking for that possible bounce or breakout. Maybe coming all the way down. Down here. So let's just get rid of this thing in here, and we already have bounce. So there's not much to be done right there. So let's just keep rolling on what's going to be the next setup. For me, let's wait and let's just zoom out a little bit to see how is that pattern playing out. All right, so let's zoom out. Here it is, and we are still on that megaphone. All right, that megaphone could be having a lower high. How low? Well, at this point, I'm seeing a little bit of a neck and head and shoulders with a neckline somewhere around there. It's not really clear. I don't want to call that out because it's a little bit of a mess. I'd rather just go for another trend line in here. So let's add that trend line. So this high, this other high, let's just push it through here. And let's just get that out of the way. Hey, New Earth Gordon, what's up, brother? Welcome, welcome. What's going on? By the way, Friday night. Yeah, absolutely, brother. Friday night, you don't miss it. We're gonna, after the class, we're gonna be gaming. So hopefully you are coming in here. I just got for you guys a non-drifting controller. By the way, the controller I was using last time, that was one of my first, I think that was second Xbox 360 controller. I kept fixing it and fixing it and fixing it until today. I was, you know what? If we're gonna be doing this, let's better get a new one, right? I mean, that's the least that I can do. I got that, and I also got it's being connected. Here you go. A new headset. Let's see if we, maybe using that thing, I mean, I'll be a little bit more comfortable, and also I might be able to do some magic and bring you guys up into the live chat. So I won't be the only one screaming at the microphone. All right. So New Earth Guardian, join us, bro. Join us. Join us at the gaming party. All right. So let's go. Guys, by the way, we are 26 viewing the show. Please hit that like button. It really helps with the algorithm. And let's get it. All right. So far, what is going to be our entry? It's going to be the break of the structure. No BOS. No break of structure on smart money concepts. No. Just a regular break of the structure. All right. What is the difference? A break of structure, and I hate break of structure because I always have to freaking explain this because it's confusing. It's confusing. All right. A break of structure, it's creating a pivot at the top. All right. Coming back down, going back up and breaking the previous high and continuation. All right. This is your break of structure, your BOS. All right. This is tied to smart money concepts. I'm not talking about that one. What is a break of structure that I like to trade? Well, whoa, I think I got a good concept or a good setup here. All right, so let's do it like here. For example, right here we have high, lower high, lower high, lower, sort of, all right, lower high, low, lower low, lower low, perfect. So we have a structure. What is our structure? A downtrend parameter, all right, so downtrend structure, perfect. So when we have a break off structure, we're breaking the trend line, all right, creating a higher low or a double bottom, now creating a meaningful higher high and then a meaningful higher low, and then off we go. This is the break of the structure that I'm looking to get right now on the micro trend, all right. Let me just get rid of all of this and let's go at the end of here. All right, so we have a structure so far. We have a high, a lower high, we have a low, and technically we don't have a lower low. That is technically speaking. And that depends on what you're looking. Why? Look at the body. The body does create a lower low. If we start subtracting wicks, we can actually see the round price action here and the round price action here. So we do have a lower low, all right? If we're very picky and we like to grab the wicks, all right, we do not have a lower low, which tends to play it out as, hey, we might not have that lower low, so we could be creating a higher low, right? So let's go and let's run with that. That we have a lower low, right? So let's go for the worst case scenario. We do have a lower low here, and we have a high, lower high. And so far, if we're breaking through, all right, the area that we're going to be looking at is at this area of left liquidity, this breakout on the candle, this high. So we have a pretty neat support or resistance line right there. Let's see if our software cuts it. Oh, shout out to Chart Prime. Telling you guys, telling you. By the way, 40% discount in your first monthly subscription down here. If you don't have it. Username, what's up, bro? What's up, bestie? What's up, my friend? Oh, man, I just keep showing these. That is because of you, dude. I just got a new controller, no drifting, a new headset. Hopefully, you got everything fixed. So if you haven't, it's your time to do so, bro. I'm gonna be mad if you're not gaming with me tonight, man. Treadfly hates Ethereum. I also hate Ethereum. Hashtag we both hate Ethereum, bro. Welcome. I love it, Treadfly. You're my team, bro. You're my team. Fuck Ethereum. Oh man, I forget. I cannot say that in this channel. My own personal channel, when I republish Chart Prime's classes, I can go F Ethereum. That's because it's not monetized, and it will never be because I keep swearing. But yeah, I forget. I don't have that luxury here. So yeah, let's go. Hashtag F Ethereum. Right there. So we're looking for a break of the current structure, right? What is going to be the break of this current structure? Either creating a higher or at least a same high, but creating a higher low. So breakout, resistance, retest, continuation. All right. So that's what we're going to be looking for, right? So still shout out to Chart Prime indicators. Look at that, how well it calculates those support resistances. It's just something, it just keeps amazing me. Not only that, there we go. We have a beautiful order block all the way up there. So why not? Let's add one of our alerts in here and let's try to maybe short this area right here. We're going to go tighter on our stop loss and we're going to be aiming for this area right down here, right? Somewhere around here. Perfect. This support still valid. All right, this one, this entry right here, this one, it's still valid. And that is because look at the amount, and let me just hide whatever I have drawn, but still look at the amount of support that we got. We have a trend line, automated trend line by Chart Prime, by the way, shout out. We also have right here a liquidity zone. All right, we have dynamic reactor and shabby, not too shabby, a classic support right there. All right, let's see if we have anything else. We up. Ooh, look at that bar, man. Look at that bar. That is a very nice bar. All right, this calls for the people just fighting over that position. Perfect. I can see it with how the price action bounces. So once again, not only the huge bar, but also the money flow POC, point of control right there. So hashtag F8, yes, bro. Hey, good evening, username. How's your let me see, GN? What? Good news, New Earth Guardian. Or GN, is it that good news? I don't know, not sure. All right, so let's go and check that out. All right, so our entry right down here still valid. Let's add an alert right there. Let's turn that on and let's make sure that we get that possible alert right there. Perfect. Ton out of the way. Possible trade tonight. So tonight means our live trading at the 5-minute charts in the next upcoming hour. All right, I'm gonna be taking a 30 minutes 30 minutes setup or 30 minutes recess just to ask for some food and some beverage, and then we're gonna go gaming and trading. All right, so again, that is ending 30 minutes more of class recess, and then we continue trading. Let's take a look at what else we have in here. Ton, perfect. We were acknowledging that possible entry. Perfect, still valid. We haven't played that out, so let's go check a look. Check a look at the AVEX. Take a look. Dude, I'm dyslexic, however you want to call it. So not even my native language, it's my forte. All right. So you won't be seeing me a lot changing words. Nonetheless, correct me right there, guys. I'm always in the side of speaking a better English. I'm always looking to improve myself. All right. So having said that, look at that. We did call this out one yesterday, and in fact, I showed that today in the morning. This was a very dangerous trade still. There we go, a 1/4 of a position. So we are on profit. By the way, throughout the day, I have taken in our second candle right here 50% out. All right, so just so you know, if you haven't, I think we can still rush a little bit up in here. All right, so just be careful still that you still have that opportunity to take your 50% out. Something important is that I haven't moved my stop to entry. All right, just so you know. Why is that? Because I don't have a full, complete body and wick candle in the green. This one right here might be changing the deal. All right, if these candles, and let's see how 18, that's 6 p.m. No, it just started it, man. It just started, so it will need, all right, till 8. All right, so we might be still 4 more hours from now to close this candle in the green. If this candle closes in the green, I'm all within moving my step to entry, but so far it's still available right there. Let's add another alert here. All right, so when we started hitting the previous taking targets, there we go, we can take and maybe another profit to just come back and visit it. I'm also gonna be going and adding another alert at 23.29, and that is to prevent or to be hitting my dynamic reactor. Right, if I start hitting my dynamic reactor and I see that I'm doing this, I'm out of that trade, man. Even if I'm at loss, I'm gonna be closing it, not waiting for my stop loss to kick in. All right, and that is because he already have gone, what, I mean, over 12 hours, 24 hours. Yeah, 24 hours, by the way. So yeah, I mean, not that good. Remember, clock is ticking, and every position has its own I don't know, what is it? Its own time. All right, so it lifespan. So other than that, let's go and check out what else we set up yesterday, because we do have another entry, and that it is, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Oh yeah, Bitcoin, by the way, and this we already have that one, and by the way, this one was the one. Let's just wait a little bit, and I want you to get rid of this setups because I want to check out the alerts that we hit, because we got another entry on our setups there. Obviously, just got it. Good to go. Can I sync any controllers to it? Yes, absolutely. If you have a PC, you can synchronize your Xbox controller over Bluetooth. If you don't have Bluetooth, it is USB-C. So you can connect your USB-C to USB-A to your PC or to your Mac, and it should work flawlessly. So yeah. And that's it. You can cloud game with that. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, so let's go take a look at Bitcoin. Just to finalize this one, remember that was a dangerous trade, and throughout the day we hit it off perfectly, moving to the upside. This was my entry. Just so you know, guys, the morning market report, and I need to go and check that out. So you guys noticed or are keeping track of what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. So let's go here, and this was it. Oh, we have an alert, another alert already. LDO. All right, we have LDO, but just proof of where are we taking those trades. See at the very beginning. Oh, that was Piper. I do remember I vanished for a little bit in here. Well, let's not spend that much in here. They will have to do a trust me, bro. We also went over AVAX. Come on, this is it. Yes, there we go. So I was mentioning that I already have taken some profits, and I should be moving my stop to entry because we were coming back into that area of re-entry. Right. So remember, first body and candle at profits. That's where we should be taking our gains. So that is it for that part. So just to follow up on that action, let's go in here. It went back down. By the way, I think we could be looking into a short on Bitcoin. Let me see if we can clear this up. What I want to hold is going to be this line here. So it's locked. Perfect. This one in here that needs to be locked. This line, well, I cannot unlock that. And that is about it. Maybe this one right here that it needs to be locked. And I think that is it. All right. That is it. Well, this one here just for reference. This one here again for reference. And this one here for reference. We're going to be using, believe me or not, we're going to be using these ones that we're looking right now into. All right. In the bear market. We're not that far away. So strap on. All right. I'm not saying that we're going to be turning back around right now, but I'm saying that we need to be very careful. All right. So let's go and clear everything up. Here it goes. All right. So what I'm seeing here, we have broken the trend line. What trend line? We have this trend line right here. It's not about the breakout. It's about the retest. And then off we go. We have our support zone. I think we could be having another retest somewhere around here. And that's why we have our setup there. Let's move it higher, lower, sorry. So to the same area that we hit. As the price action started moving to the upside, and I think we might have a trade on the 5 minutes, by the way. Now, we haven't, but we do have a range, all right? So this is our range, I would say. So losing that range might be getting us above the dynamic director, absolutely. So I think we could be doing this, and then if we go to previous areas right here, and then maybe continuation. Let's add an alert in here. Let's lock that one, and let's add an alert so we can trade at the end of the class. So this is what I'm going to be looking into the 5 minutes, jumping into, just preparing for the gaming and trading session, all right? But so far, let's go back to the 4 hours where we really make money. And I think we could be coming back up for then create the actual or an actual shoulder that we can measure. And then out of that, depending on how our oscillator is looking like, if we're piercing through, well, then we might be able to continue. But if we are not piercing through and we are either bouncing, early bouncing, or faking out, we might have another lower low incoming into this trend line right here. All right. So far, so good. This is what we got on Bitcoin. And now it's time to check out our alerts. So let's get started first with LDO. It just ringed. Come on, it's just moving. It's moving to the trend line. All right, moving to the trend line. We already have that hit. We have come on. Oh my goodness. You gotta be kidding me. I don't even find it here. Divergence. Come on. Divergence. It just popped into my head. We have a bearish divergence. The bearish divergence did not actually play it out because it had a break of structure continuation. All right. And on that break of structure, well, we could be looking at something like this that could be taking us back again to our entry point up there. So far, so good. We're hitting that trend line. If I see that we are retracing, how am I going to be looking for that retracement? Let's add another line right here on our break of structure line. That way we know that we are retracing and we can maybe be going for that head and shoulders, neckline continuation, breaking dynamic reactor and hitting our next order block right down there. But in the meantime, that is speculation, all right? So let's keep it as is. I think we're going to be hitting or ringing that top bell. Nonetheless, let's go and take a look at Uniswap. Here is a beautiful fire lower low. There we go. When what happened here? Taking a long. Perfect. So we called this out not yesterday, but 2 classes ago. So this is the one that I was looking into to get the long in. So basically, we should be already into a long right now. So please tell me that you guys took this long. Let's go for it. My long is not precise. I don't have my broker open to check out my order. It was not exactly here. It was a little bit above what I was expecting at the bounce at the second candle. So it was somewhere around here. Not really precise where is it, but give it a take, couple of bucks or a couple of cents up and down in this candle size. All right, so we are barely on support or barely on gains here. Let's just keep it for now. And our TP number 1 is going to be right here, the previous area that we were looking for resistance. There is another way that maybe it could screw us over, and we'll see it in a second. This one right here, that could maybe not reach this top for then have a rejection. It is because look at how we created 2 pivot points, one in here and one in there. Let me get rid of that spaghetti, please. I need to, man, I don't know how to stop drawing that much spaghetti or clean this up afterwards. But yeah, I just need to make it an habit or a habit. Here we go. So we have a pivot right here and another pivot right there, basically creating right here a support or resistance. There we go. Look at how well it plays out. All right, which is it acted as a support and then a resistance both in here and right there. All right, so we can still just run around right here. So we need to be a little bit patient. If you did enter here, remember to start scaling up your stop loss, to start moving up your stop loss. For mine, I'm just gonna leave it. I already have taken profits on Bitcoin. That played out very nicely, and I think that since we're gonna be trading later tonight, I'm gonna be keep my eye on this one. So BT, how is it going, brother? Welcome Today gaming, bro. I need to see you there. Ask for your pizza, call for your pizza delivery, get your beer, and I'll see you in a bit. All right, so let's go check out the next one. Ethereum, by the way. Spaghetti. I love it, bro. All right, so we did hit our entry right here on Ethereum. This is important because we are breaking with strength our trend line in here. Let's also add an alert to it because we don't have it, and of course let's lock that one up. All right, so the same goes with Ethereum. I'm already into a trade long on Ethereum. It has ringed it. There we go. Look at that. Ethereum 9:48 a.m. So I did take that entry. Let's go for this long. So as you can see, there it is at 4,400. As we were coming back down, where is it? Come on. Oh, there it is. So 4,400, somewhere even lower. Here you go. But as always, I did not take it exactly at that point. I took it a little bit higher. So am I on profits? Yes, but barely. I'm just in profits right now. All right. So that's still pretty good. I love you, buddy. Thank you, my friend. Watch you back, bro. Love it. All right. So you better be there, my friend. If you can, of course, if you can. All right. So far, so good. We're still playing out with this one. I don't think this is going to go to Valhalla. All right. I don't think that it's going to be a greatest trade. In fact, I was looking for this either short or take profits target. But now, I'm not. All right, we have an alert on AVAX. We're going to be checking that out in a second. But right now, I'm not. What am I expecting right now? I'm looking, well, we have a low, lower, low, high, lower, high, low, lower, low. What is next? Lower, lower, high. Quick scalp. What's going to be here? What is it going to be here for us? We're going to be taking 50% out. Well, I'm going to be taking 50% out in here, moving my stop to entry, and just letting it do whatever. I believe because of my lack of responsiveness, so I did not jump in exactly on my alert setup, all right? And I have lost this area of entry, which is still very good, all right? I mean, I'm not complaining, I'm just explaining. The point is that if we come back down here and move my stop to entry, which I haven't, just so you know, all right? Within this candle retracement, it could take me out, and then it could keep going upwards. All right, that's the thing right now. We are, I would say, running sideways. So you see, there's vomit on his sweatshirt already. Oh, see, trading spaghetti. Maybe. I know I can't deny or confirm or deny anything, bro. All right. So the point is that when I move my stop to entry, I know I could get stopped out. I'm not going to jump back in unless I have some signals. All right. What's going to be my signal? Let's bring up, for example, here, and let's go to MVP oscillator. Let's click OK. And let's just give it a second. And, well, until I see, all right, that's for the long. Until I see that I have some candles like that in here, all right, I'm not going to be willing to jump back in. Because right here it's telling me, hey, 4 hours DCA, all right? Why? Because this oscillator plays the best starting on daily. Daily, weekly, and monthly, especially on monthly, grabbing every single bottom of so far of Bitcoin. All right, so just saying. So be careful on this alert right down here and very close right there. Why am I going to be adding that many alerts? Because I'm going to be playing games, and I would not be looking at the charts. I'm going to be trying to get the charts and also the gaming session, but it's not going to be my first priority. So if I start hitting the first alert, I'm going to be coming back to the charts and reevaluate this trade. All right, so far this is not looking like a long-lasting trade, just a little short scalp. And let me actually reflect that like this to then go back in short Ethereum. All right, so something like that maybe. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. All right, so 1 second here. All right, got it. Let's go and check out a couple of other alerts that we have had. All right, AVAX you already have played out, or it's playing out right now. So it went up through that 5-minute segment that we were looking into. That's fine. We are ranging, so I still want to create another alert right here as we come back down. All right, and maybe, and just maybe, we can long this earlier. All right, maybe a little higher above there. Do we have anything here? I'm gonna be adding another alert right here, and let's see if we have anything else like an order block. Yeah, we do, and it's right, that liquidity zone is right there. So a rejection incoming, We'll see how that plays out. Still, I'm not gonna be playing out right now the 5 minutes because I will need to be stick to my screen. So let's go back to the 4 hours and let's check out the next alerts that we have right here. So we already have taken a look at Uniswap, Ethereum, Link. By the way, Link I was having a short. I was aiming for the short. I did open up that short. I'm right now on negative. All right, so this is the only losing trade that I have had throughout the morning. but that's fine. Let's leave it open. I'm trying to shield myself in here with this area. Hopefully we can have that lower high here and then come back around. But so far, well, just like I show my our good entries, we also show our not that good entries. Still, I'm gonna be keeping this one open, and we'll see how that plays out. I want another alert here just to alert me in case I want to come back on or in. All right, so just another 2 entries right there. Sorry, another alerts right there for chain link. TRX, all right, TRX is a little bit of a weirdo. We already have going to right here. Let me show you where we hit that alert pretty quickly. And our entry for TRX here is around 35. There we go. 0.93. All right. So let me check that out. Yep. Perfect. So almost nailed that up, right? So almost nailed that up. This was our next possible entry. Our alert to then try to enter right here. Important. I did not take this entry. That is too bad for me. Still, not going to be taking it. I'm going to be aiming for this area right there. Maybe a little bit lower like this. And I'm going to be waiting for a coming back down. Why did I not enter? Not sure. No idea. I did not hear that alert. In fact, I believe, look at that. It went to 9:29. So 9:30. I still was on the class. All right. So most likely, at the end of the class, I went top down and look at what I was trading and completely forgot about it. So that was, I mean, most likely that was it. So I don't really know what I forgot about, why I didn't take that one. Solana long. All right, Solana long. It is right here on this area. We already had that Solana crossing 186. 186, and that was with 82 cents, slightly above, like right there. All right, so on the way down, here's where we ringed. Well, this one I was able to catch a little bit of a better entry somewhere around here. Remember, I don't have my broker open, but it is right there. My stop loss, it is below dynamic reactor, so I do have a chunky stop loss on this one. All right, and I'm already into trades. Into gains. Important, very important. Since my first body and wick candle it's just being formed into the green, my stop loss hasn't been moved to entry. All right, I haven't messed with that one. If you're looking to re-entry, I think that we might be able to have some wicking action to the downside, and you might still have a chance. This is a scalping long. All right. So if this thing goes like that, the next re-entry is at dynamic reactor or slightly lower. Be careful, because if we start losing the dynamic reactor, that means that we have lost this support, and also that we have lost, there we go, this other support line. And we're going to be going into a liquidity zone, which is something that we've been waiting for. So your next entry for the long could be somewhere around here. But better yet, you could be looking for a short right there in the meantime. All right, so let me get rid of this one here. There it is. So we have a possible short. Let me also reduce my long in here. Perfect. That we could be looking into. In the meantime, we go and grab this long. So we have 3 possible scenarios in here if we follow along here. There is something important. If we break out retest, your short is cooked. Don't take it. All right, don't take the short. Then instead, grab this long or whatever you're going to be allocating and look for either a double bottom or a higher low. All right, so I know it's a little bit complex, but we're going to be training this tonight. All right, and that will be, I think, it for today, guys. I'm going to be taking a 30 minutes recess, 30 minutes break tonight. I'm going to be getting my hamburger, my beer, of course, my Coca-Cola. And I see you guys today in 30 minutes. I'm going to be opening up the Discord live. All right, I'm going to be connecting everything. So let's go and trade together and game together. So see you guys in 30 minutes. Be ready, or at least get your popcorn. And let's see how good we traded, how bad we played. So other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining. Quick reminder to hit that like button and to join me into the next session starting in 30 minutes for some gaming and trading. Other than that, guys, peace out and see you guys on Monday.